Welcome to Between the Shelves, the premier Save a Library podcast. I am your host, Alex, for the 99th time.
Isn't it the 100th time?
But I've only hosted 99 episodes.
Yeah, oh, that's right. You got to keep this in.
All right, let's stay in then.
So people remember that I hosted the one episode.
Well, our regular listeners will have recognized my co-hosts already by their voices. They have appeared on more episodes than anyone else. Do the two of you, before I introduce you, care to guess how many episodes you've been on? I have the number here.
There's stats.
32.
Very close.
12.
Less close.
Are you talking collectively or?
I don't know.
Okay.
So my first co-host, Tory, you've been on 26 episodes of Between the Shelves. You've only been beaten by the guest to your right.
The queen of the podcast.
Queen of the podcast, Kristina, who has been on 36 episodes.
Dang, I was close.
You were.
If this was The Price is Right, I would have won.
So what are we doing this episode? We're celebrating our 100th episode of the podcast by answering some listener-submitted questions. So I thought, who best to have on than the people who've been on the podcast the most, the voice of Between the Shelves, us.
Everyone wants to hear our thoughts and opinions.
You'd think I'd have a smoother intro 100 episodes in, but, you know, we're getting there. So let's just get to it. We got a couple of dozen questions submitted, so thank you everyone who submitted a question. If we don't get to your question today, fear not. Keep submitting your questions. You can email them to me directly, alex@saveolibrary.org.
And we'll answer them on the 200th episode.
It's always the 200th episode.
God help us if we go into the 100 episodes. We're definitely not running out of topics. If you have a topic idea, I should start from now on, 100 episodes and beyond. I'm going to start the podcast by doing a PSA. If you have a topic that you would like to hear discussed on the podcast, let us know. Email me, alex@saveolibrary.org.
That's dangerous.
I'm open to it. There's a spam filter for a reason. I can always block people. Also, like and subscribe. Tell a friend.
Wow. Tap that like button.
Smash that subscribe button. And review us on Apple Podcasts. Rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. It really helps us out.
Wow, look at us. We're professionals. Episode 100. We're finally figuring it out. So should we just get to it? I have a pretty good intro question. This one is submitted by Anonymous. You're going to hear a lot of anonymous questions today. Very simple, straightforward question. Why did you start the podcast?
That's really a question for you.
Let's just get this one out of the way.
Wait, hang on. Alex, I have a good question to start this off.
Go for it.
Why did you start the podcast?
Great question, Anonymous. So, we got the recording equipment. I wrote a grant 3.5 years ago now, for recording equipment, and we got the grant. So we got a whole bunch of recording equipment. We were going to have a studio that patrons can book to record their own podcasts, sing songs, whatever you want. It's recording equipment free for you to use. And you still can use this equipment yourselves by just going to our website and booking the studio. So that was the initial idea, and it's been used for all of those things. We've recorded podcasts. I'm recording a podcast tomorrow for a patron. I've recorded people singing, reading poetry, music, all sorts of good stuff. So that was the idea for it. And then I was hoping that the podcast would sort of be an advertisement for that service, as well as kind of be a little team building exercise for the library. So, when we first started, and I'm still trying to get people from different departments together to sit down in a room and talk about something library related, even if it's even slightly, library related, like Star Wars or something. We have Star Wars stuff here. So that's kind of the impetus for the podcast. Plus, I just love podcasting, and I wanted to do one. So, yeah.
That's a good answer. I have a follow-up question if we're allowed to do those. What is the most unique thing that a patron has asked you to help them record?
That's a great question. I had a patron who wrote poetry, who recorded her own poetry recitals, one of which was, I think, for her father's birthday. That was pretty cool. We have a patron who is completely blind, who I've been helping record his own podcast. The topic is, what it's like living with a disability and helping people get services who have similar disabilities. So that's been very interesting. an interesting challenge. That's some of the more interesting stuff.
Those
I'd
are
say.
cool.
Yeah.
We have interesting patrons.
Yeah. All right, one question down. Next question. Oh, this was a tough one. I want to get this one out of the way. This one was one of the hardest ones for me to come up with an answer for. What are the least favorite parts of your job?
Be careful.
Yeah, be careful. I feel like our director
Is this
submitted.
legally binding?
I can cut it out if you want.
Because mine is giving out study rooms. I feel like all librarians have like this, like, oh, I didn't become a librarian to do this. And mine is to hand out study rooms. Not because any other reason than sometimes people get really worked up about how there aren't any. And like, we can't just make more rooms. And it's like, I don't know what you want me to do here.
Yeah, it's tough. You get into the position because you like helping people and you like doing research and things like that. And then, you end up having to like upset people
You're
constantly.
a key holder.
Yeah.
For 3 rooms.
And a gatekeeper for the rooms. That's a good answer.
My answer I came up with is, one of my favorite parts of my job is doing this podcast, but one of my least favorite parts of my job is booking people to be on the podcast. That's like, I understand now why podcasts have producers. Like, it's a full-time job.
The scheduling of it.
Scheduling and getting people in the same room at the same time. So that's not fun.
Mine, I think, is a little more nebulous. It's like the social aspect of the job. Like, I go home at the end of the day very tired because you interact with your coworkers and you interact with the public and you just spend all the day interacting with people. And it takes a lot of mental energy to do that you wouldn't think about because you think, oh, it's a quiet quote unquote place. You work with the books, you work with quiet study people, but no, it's a lot of socializing all day, every day, and it's a lot.
Sometimes when the books whisper to you, it's a lot as well.
True. Kristina specifically has this problem.
This is something not related to the...
You never had that happen?
Can't say I have.
But
I'm not a book whisperer. I guess that wasn't my calling.
It takes all kinds.
I get that, though, as you may probably not realize it because I'm hosting a podcast right now, but I am an introvert at heart, and I expend most of my energy through interacting with other people. So yeah, I would say once I'm done recording this podcast today, I will have spent maybe 60% of the energy I have in my tank. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get home and I turn off and become inactive like a robot.
It's particularly hard with like if you're doing a program too, where it's like,
oh yeah,
I'm interacting with 6 of the same people for 2 hours, and like it's fine. But then when I'm done, I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I just ran a marathon.
How is it so hard to just talk to people for 2 hours?
Teaching a program is particularly exhausting because you're hosting.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just having a conversation here and there. It's like you're instructing. You have all eyeballs on you. I
have not done many programs where I was in charge of them, but I did used to have to present and do trainings at a previous job, and it was the same. Like all the build up to it of nerves to have to do it, and then afterwards you're like, wow, I did all that talking.
Mm-hmm. And then the crash.
Mm-hmm. Also being known as like an expert in a thing. It's like they're coming to me for all of this
you have
stuff.
All the answers.
I'm flying by the seat of my pants.
They're going to ask me something and I'm not going to have the answer. But librarians look up the answer.
Yes, we do. Okay. The next one I have is, what was your favorite episode of the podcast to record and why?
I have an answer for that.
All right. What is it?
For me, okay, it's between two. The Weird Western episode and the podcast episode. The Weird Western episode, just because it was such an unusual topic, and I feel like we ended up with a lot of unintentionally funny stuff to talk about. Like, we didn't know the movies were going to be quite so unhinged. Mm-hmm. And I also ended up watching Rango, like, at 6:30 a.m. the day we were going to record the podcast. So it was like a fugue state of, like, what did I watch? And then what are we talking about? So that was a lot of fun. And then the podcast episode, I also love podcasts. So it was very fun to go back and forth with you and talk about one of my favorite topics.
Yeah, we could probably do one of those episodes every year and still have more to talk about.
I've amassed more podcasts. I don't know about you.
Same. What about you, Kristina? You've been on 36 episodes.
And I gotta pick one. Probably the Star Wars holiday special episode.
Yeah, that was on my list.
That
Talk about unhinged.
Very unhinged. We got to be as chaotic as we wanted to be because so is the holiday special. And it's basically what I do every day, which is like dissect a particular part of a Star Wars thing, show, book cover, something with my friends. But now other people have to listen to it. They have to.
Whenever I sit down at the desk with Kristina, I know we're going to go down some very long and dark rabbit hole of pop culture. And it usually ends up on Wikipedia looking up the backstory of some super obscure Star Wars character.
Kit Fisto.
He's not super obscure.
He's obscure enough.
He's on the Jedi Council, isn't he?
Eventually. We don't get to see him until after the prequel. This is a whole nother episode.
Almost gotcha.
Nice try. You're trying to get us to go down another rabbit hole. My favorite episodes, this holiday special was I had listed here. Our Star Wars definitive ranking episode was also fun because it got very contentious, and I love chaos. The Oscar review crew episodes I like because it's just me just unloading all the thoughts that I've accumulated over the year about movies. So that's always fun too. But they're all fun.
They're all fun.
The
holiday special was my favorite to listen to. It is my all-time favorite.
We could have just read the screenplay of the holiday special and it would have been insane.
Sometimes it was just you stating things that happened in the special and they were unbelievable.
Yeah. I'm happy I added as many sound effects and clips as I did. It helps immerse the listener.
Felt like I was there in the special.
All right. Good question. Okay. So now we have some more interpretive questions, creative questions, I guess. If you had to be stranded on a desert island for 1 month with one character from Star Wars, who would you choose?
Wow, you won, Kristina. We're talking about Star Wars anyway. Yes. I think my answer is, Kristina and I talked about this the other day, and I think my answer is too heavily influenced by you, and I'm afraid I'm going to pick who you picked.
Okay, well, you pick first.
Well, I had thought this morning, just anybody from or around Tatooine who knows how to live in a sandy, dry, deserty place, because they could help me survive.
That's a good choice for survival reasons. Yeah. You could probably whip up a moisture harvester or whatever they're called.
Out of sticks and logs. It doesn't even have to be like a named character. It could just be a townsperson from Tatooine who knows what they're doing. Yeah.
Watto.
Anyone but Watto.
Kristina, I know you've probably put good, deep thoughts into this question.
With one character, I'm going to pick Anakin Skywalker. I can fix him in 1 month.
At what age?
19.
Okay, that's good.
I can fix him.
Okay.
In 1 month?
That's a noble quest.
It's not 19's not too late to fix him, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
Doing the good work. All right. If the entire Jedi Council and Academy couldn't do it,
well,
Kristina can do it.
They did a poor job at trying.
Stuck on an island with me for 1 month.
It might end up worse.
The Jedi Council couldn't think of a worse punishment.
My answer, I think I'd like to hang out with Finn. I think Finn and I would get along. He just seems like a good hangout. On terms of survival, who knows? We'd probably both die, but
you're going for a good time, not a long time.
Well, I'm assuming we'd get rescued at the end of 1 month. I'm pretty sure we can make it a month. We just find some water. Smash a coconut.
Just find some water.
Is this just Survivor?
Star Wars characters aren't usually on Survivor. Unfortunately.
Well.
Yet.
Idea. TM.
All right, so we got another desert island question. If you were on a desert island and you could only bring one piece of media with you, what would it be? I.e., an album, a full TV series, a movie, a book series, etc.
You are such a media connoisseur. I'm interested to know.
So I struggled with this question because I didn't know what the timeline was. Like, am I stuck there forever and I need to like survive? I'm assuming.
Well, you said you were assuming that you're there for 1 month.
Well, that was the previous question.
But you're not going to get stuck more than once.
But this is
right?
the same question. You're stuck with Finn on this desert
For 1
island
month.
For 1 month. What are you showing him?
All right, so for the sake of argument, let's assume that we're not we need to rescue ourselves.
You're just there.
We're just there for, say, a month. And food and water are settled?
I guess so. But also, I think if this is the scenario where you're there with Finn and you're showing him, you have to take into account he's from a long time ago in a land far, far away. He doesn't know all of our references. So if you pick a movie, you might have to explain a lot to him.
That's true. Well, I only picked...
This is a different question now.
I think the heart of the question is, what piece of media would you take with you?
Sure.
What singular piece of media? So I would take this as an opportunity to start to clear out my backlog of my TBR list. There are so many books that are so long that I just don't have any opportunity to read anymore. Like The Count of Monte Cristo. Like, when am I going to read The Count of Monte Cristo unless I'm trapped on a desert island for
Probably
a month?
Never.
So like something like that maybe. One book I've always wanted to read and I just haven't gotten around to it is The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy. It's like an old, like 17th century book that's like 800 pages long, but it's like humorous. It's kind of, anyways, it's by Lawrence Stern. Look it up.
It's the most Alex answer he could give.
Always bringing back Old Man Alex.
Old Man Alex. Old Man Al. One of my contemporaries from the 17th century. So, I don't know. I'd probably pick a book like that. You know, maybe War and Peace or something. That would last me about a good amount of time.
Finn's loving War and Peace.
Leave me alone. I'm reading War and Peace.
Go find water or something. Wow. Kristina, what...
Kingdom Hearts, without a doubt.
The whole series.
Yeah, it says one piece of media, right?
I know.
That's
Just clarifying.
That's 13 games.
One piece of media doesn't mean one game?
It says series.
It says a full TV series, so I assume a full series. And I also assume that when a new one comes out, it will be delivered to the island.
So you're just living on the island now.
I'm just living
You're
on
just
the
there.
island. I'm just living on the island with my PS5.
Okay.
Can I amend my answer before you go, Tori?
Yes.
So if it's a book series, I've always wanted to read the Foundation trilogy by Isaac Asimov. I think that would be interesting. I've had it on my bookshelf for over a decade now and just not cracked into it. Also, the Discworld series, that's like, what is it, like forever?
Okay, so which
a million?
one series
I don't know.
are
I can't.
Alex is bringing the library.
Yeah. He's bringing a Kindle.
Yeah, I'm going to read Anna
Oh,
Karenina.
hey, that's a good answer. A Kindle.
A Kindle.
Full of every book.
One piece of media, a Kindle.
One Kindle.
I think I would definitely bring music. I would bring an album. But I just don't know which album because I don't know what I would get the least tired of. I'm thinking something by 21 Pilots or perhaps a Sondheim musical or a review. I just saw a Sondheim review on Sunday and it had such a good collection of songs, so maybe something like that. Old Friends or Side by Side.
Maybe this will help you. So one of our questions that was submitted was one song for the rest of your life.
Oh.
Does that change your answer based on Desert Island for a month?
No. Like, being on the desert island is helping me decide which one song.
I don't know. I'm just giving you another option. You can choose two things now.
Either one song or one album is my...
Well,
One
you have...
song and one album?
Yes.
I can't...
That actually made it worse, I think.
Yeah, it did. No, I refused that question. But I...
We should have set ground rules that we can veto
we can veto any
questions.
question.
We can pass.
But definitely one of those albums I think I would bring. Because music you can not get tired of because it's such a variety of sounds rather than...
And how do you think Uncle Ben would like that?
You'd love it.
Okay. Oh, Tori, this is a question for you. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. If you had to cat sit for Garfield the cat, what 3 activities would you do with him, and what would you wear?
This doesn't have to be... I want to hear everyone's answers to this, but it was clearly submitted for me.
Yeah, with you in mind.
I think it's easy. Number 1, cook lasagna. Number 2, eat lasagna. And number 3, take a nap. And what would I wear? Just my normal clothes.
Yeah,
Nothing too exciting.
What would I wear to catsit Garfield? Pajamas
For the napping.
and we wouldn't do 3 activities. We do one activity that really encompasses it all, which is rotting.
Yeah. I think Garfield would love to rot.
Yeah. You know that meme that's like just a girl and her boy cat?
And it's Garfield.
And it's Garfield.
If I had to catsit Garfield the cat, I would wear a painter's jumpsuit because I know it's going to get messy. He's going to do
splatter
something,
some lasagna
splatter.
on you.
Yeah. Our 3 activities would be making nachos, watching a movie, and taking a nap.
He'd love to hang out with us.
Yeah.
It's
a perfect day.
I want to know, is Odie there too and we just are not...
We're just
dog
not
watching him?
acknowledging
We're ignoring
him.
him?
It says catsit, so maybe
Garfield's at our house.
He's coming
Somebody
over.
else has.
John has taken Odie to do a dog
He's in
day.
the kennel.
Oh.
Because John's on vacation.
He lets someone who's more of a dog person handle.
Sure. Maybe he went back to his original owner, Lyman, who's locked in the basement.
Lyman? How do you spell that?
Lyman. Lyman. Look it up.
Quick question. McDonald's, Wendy's, or Taco Bell?
Taco Bell.
McDonald's.
I had McDonald's, but now that I'm thinking about it, probably Taco Bell. Taco Bell's given me good feels.
The variety.
Yes.
Does not give me good feels most of the time after I eat it.
Good emotional feels.
Yeah. What is something completely useless you're really proud of being good at?
If you're good at it, is it truly useless?
I'm just asking the question that is
Okay.
posed by our
Well, what's your
lovely
answer?
listeners. This was actually the last question that I answered of all of them. I put drawing / Photoshop.
Neither of those are useless at all.
I think they are pretty useless. I mean, I'm not an artist, but they do enjoy.
Use them often.
For your job,
For your
even.
job.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, okay. So I'll eliminate Photoshop. I'll just put
Just
drawing.
drawing.
Just drawing. That's my answer.
Mine is pattern recognition because no one ever believes me when I recognize a pattern. And I'm like, hey, this thing is happening. And they're like, no, it's not.
That could be. That's a street skill.
Seems totally useless if nobody...
If no one listens, if you're
no
a
one
Cassandra,
listens. Yeah.
and if you're the girl who cried wolf, I think mine is like a random recall of facts and details, which I can't control.
I was going to say, except as it pertains to your real life.
Yeah, not anything useful, but I think people who speak to me daily know, like, a song, a movie quote will come to me in any situation, and it's never useful and usually derails what's going on.
It's good for improv comedy.
Sure, which I'm also bad at, though. It doesn't come to me at those times, only the most inopportune times. Head's full of it.
Heads full of ideas that you can't control.
That I can't use for good.
All right, moving on. What is a show topic you've always wanted to do but haven't for whatever reason?
Muppets.
It's a good one.
And the reason is we've been silenced.
By who?
By you.
Wow, almost a similar
Untrue.
answer because mine is Kingdom Hearts and I've also been silenced.
Crazy how we've been silenced on this podcast.
First, I never shut down a Muppet episode. You just never pitched a fully formed idea to me.
I will say we put it on the spreadsheet jokingly like episode 150 or something, and then you removed it from the spreadsheet.
No, we wanted to do just at the end of this year because that's when the Muppet Countdown will end, and we wanted to really dissect the Muppet Countdown.
You know what?
A deep dive.
We're doing it.
I mean, it's on record now.
This is airing of the grievances. We said it wouldn't be.
So we're doing a Muppet episode. I don't want to hear that I've shut down that idea.
Well, what about the
Kingdom Hearts? Okay, here's Kingdom Hearts. We've done Kingdom Hearts several times already.
No.
We haven't had a dedicated Kingdom Hearts episode.
But that's what it's a show topic I've always wanted to do, and it's just been tangential. I've just shoehorned it in because I've been silent.
Kristina wants to go off.
For season 2 of Between the Shelves, hands off the steering wheel. For episodes 101 to 200, hands are off the steering
Free
wheel.
for all.
We're going to see where it goes.
What is your topic, Alex?
I have a bunch. I mean, Alien is my favorite franchise. I want to do an Alien episode eventually. I'm just
Even
waiting
silences himself.
Yeah, I
Tragic.
I want to do a movie watch along at some point, just so we can. I want to cover every podcast format that's ever been done. So we've done live episodes. We're doing a Q&A episode now. I want to do a movie watch along eventually. What that movie will be, who knows?
Advice show.
I want to do an advice show.
Oops,
yeah.
all bits.
I want to do our taste test eventually.
We gotta do.
Got to do that. I also want to do a live play of a tabletop game.
These are all episodes that could and probably will feature
and-
Kristina and Tory.
Within the next 100 episodes, these will be done.
Depends on the
done.
taste test, because whatever it is, I'm probably allergic to it.
Well, we were supposed to do the Dr. Pepper taste test.
Oh, I'm not allergic
Spoilers.
to Dr. Pepper. I love soda.
All right, we're flying through these questions. I love it. If you could travel back in time, which era would you choose?
Are there any stipulations to this?
So I got really heady about this question because we watched Westworld in our Weird Westerns episode, and it's completely changed my perspective on this sort of question, because I now think, regardless of what era I go to, it's going to be a nightmare hellscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially as women or people of color.
Yep. But yeah, like my first thoughts were like, I'd love to see what, ancient Rome looks like. But then I'm like, I don't want to live in ancient Rome. I would rather like be an invisible person who teleports in and looks around and then teleports out.
Oh, that's what you mean by the stipulations. Like, how are you interacting with the time that you travel
I don't
to?
want to live there for like a month, if that's what the question is entailing. Same thing with like ancient Egypt. I want to see what ancient Egypt looks like. I don't want to live in ancient Egypt for even a day.
Could we travel to a long, long time ago in a galaxy far away? Because I would like to live in the High Republic era of Star Wars.
We'll need to send. This question is going to the courts.
Are you going to Naboo?
We have to read it very carefully now.
For the fashion?
Ooh, for the fashion. I could probably be queen there. They just let children be queen.
You just have to find a second child that looks exactly like you to be your bodyguard.
Only Padme does that. That's a whole thing that she worked out. If you want to read about it, I have a series for you.
Don't let her pull you down this rabbit hole.
I truly would pick none. I don't want to go back.
Just like a week ago.
Oh, I didn't
This
think
is
of
opening
that.
up a whole new can
I
of
didn't
worms.
think of that it could be within my own timeline. But that's too hard to think about. So I'll stay here.
2005 is the ideal year.
Are you going to Warped Tour?
I'm going to Warped Tour 2005.
I do have. So my answer would be I'd go back to like the late 40s, early 50s, and like see like New York underground music scene. I think I'd poke around there for a little bit, where it's not like a foreign world I'm going to, where I have to like survival skills kick in, and it's like what I'm roughing it.
It's close enough to now.
It's close enough to now where they're not gonna like burn me like a witch or something. So I think that would be cool to check out. Like go see like Miles Davis in an underground jazz club before it becomes like huge. Like that would be really cool.
Yeah, you'd fit in there.
Yeah, just snapping my fingers in the corner. That's my answer. Okay, so I'll be getting a lot of these like I don't know,
Hypotheticals.
Hypotheticals.
If you
Thank
could.
you. If you could have dinner with any 5 people, who would you invite to your dinner table?
It's too many people.
Douglas Adams, J.R.R. Tolkien.
Is it up to 5? Does it have to be 5?
Does it have to be 5?
It says 5 in the question.
Those are the rules.
I mean, you could just invite 3 cats and just call it 5.
I guess she's not inviting us.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to come? You want to meet You want to meet Jert and Douglas Adams?
I'd like to meet Douglas Adams.
He seems fun.
Witty.
Mm-hmm. He's a great dinner companion.
A raconteur.
That's only 2 people. Wow.
But if you include us, that's 4.
That's 4, and then I only need 1 more person.
Gil. Why not a person?
No.
He's enough of a person.
He's a little bit of a menace.
He's a person.
Gil is Christina's cat for
For
context.
Hayden Christensen.
At what age?
Now.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got all the stories now.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he has a lot of questions for
Now
J.R.R. Tolkien.
For our age gap is fine. It's not weird.
What about you, Tori?
Oh.
Or do you need more time to think?
I think I need more time.
All right. I have quite a bit. I'm going to try to narrow it down. Okay. I think Paul McCartney I have to have. Tom Waits, my favorite artist. I think they would have a very interesting conversation. They probably cross paths a couple of times. Thomas Pynchon, my favorite author, I'd love to sit down. He's a notoriously private person, so it'd be interesting to even see what he looks like. I can't even find a photograph of him. That he'd be interesting to pick his brain. For my last 2, this is tough.
You're not going to get on Alex for not inviting us?
I don't really want to have dinner with most of those people, so I think it's okay.
Yeah. Okay, my last 2 are I would pick Doris Kearns Goodwin, the historian, because I think she's a fascinating person, and I think she could aid the conversation. If I have a feeling like where the conversation is going to go, I think she's a great addition to that table. And then my last person I'm inviting is Herman Melville, my favorite author, or my other favorite author. Mostly it's just so he died before he became famous, and it would be nice to say, hey, like, you're a legend.
Gee.
That's my 5.
That's heavy 5. Okay, so I think this is... I didn't put too much thought into this, so it could be a chaotic dinner. I think number 1 would be Stephen Sondheim. Number 2, Paul F. Tompkins. It'd be good to have somebody humorous, and he's good socializing.
I almost added Paul.
It could be the same dinner. Number 3, I'm going to say Charles Nelson Riley of Match Game fame, because I think he would be hilarious at a dinner. That's 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
4, can they be fictional?
See, I didn't include fictional people because it doesn't say... It says alive or dead.
It doesn't say real or fake.
Yeah, it doesn't say real or fake.
I guess I'm going to cheat. I'll invite you guys.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Just to see how you would interact with those 3 cohesive people.
I could have a nice conversation with Paul F. Tompkins, I think.
I think so.
Dang, I should have invited Grant O'Brien to mine. I didn't even think.
It's too late now. I'm not giving up my seat.
Food's called for.
I almost included Conan O'Brien at the table, but I feel like he would dominate the conversation.
He would.
He would just be doing bits and sucking up, I think, all the air in the room.
He might have too much personality for the other people.
It would be extremely entertaining, but with these great minds at my table, I want to give everyone an equal opportunity to talk. Okay, that was a good question. What's one thing you can't live without?
Air.
That's a good one.
Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air.
What if all of our,
There's a whole song about
what
it.
if we just answered air, water, food?
My first thought was water.
Just around the table really quick. Shelter. Well, going back to your previous answer, I think having like a moment of your day where you can just be alone and reset and kind of like recharge your battery, I think is essential for introverts. And I don't think I could function as a human being without that on a semi-regular basis. Those opportunities are very few and far between nowadays for me, and I cherish them.
I want to change my answer to trinkets.
From what? Oh, what
Air.
you can't live without? Oh.
I forgot all about trinkets.
How could you forget?
I briefly
trinkets?
existed in a world where trinkets didn't exist, and it was sad.
Alex gave such a deep, moving answer. But unfortunately, mine is similar in its treats. At this point, because of how exhausting life can be, I'm very treat motivated. So every day I need one treat. To keep me going. Usually It's a beverage.
Yeah, sometimes it's a trinket.
Mm-hmm. So I guess our answer is the same answer.
Yeah. Sometimes that like 2:30, 3 o'clock iced coffee
just hits.
It just makes the difference of a good day and a bad day.
He's thinking about it now, and it's only 11 a.m.
What is your biggest fear?
Death.
Wow, my biggest fear right now.
It changes.
It does change. I think as a result of some mental health issues, it does change pretty frequently. But right now, my biggest fear is being stung by a bee in my sleep.
Weird.
Very specific. It makes me not able to sleep at night because what if a bee gets in my house and I wake up and it's stinging me?
Interesting.
That is scary.
Can't fix that with exposure therapy.
No, not while you're asleep.
I think if it happened, you would be more afraid. You'd say, well, it happened.
Yeah.
My fear is confirmed.
We keep having these very large wasps get into my house and we don't know how they're getting in. But we just keep finding them dead. I assume Gil is killing them. And I'm like, oh my God, one day one is going to get into my room.
I actually feel like that context was very important for understanding your answer.
I've never been stung. So I also don't know if I'm allergic to bees. And it does seem like I would be allergic to bee stings. So they're going to get in my house and they're going to kill me.
It's a very real threat. Ghosts.
Really?
Interesting.
Not really. I don't want to self-diagnose, but I do feel like I have a little bit of claustrophobia. But like I have had like panic attacks where I'm or like nightmares where I'm like buried alive, like not buried alive, but like something where I'm like, I don't know, spelunking or something, and I'm like going through a crevice and I get stuck or something. Like that's like an absolute nightmare scenario.
That is horrifying. I just saw the musical Floyd Collins about a man who got trapped in a cave.
I don't mess
It was
with
a nightmare.
caves. No, thank you. I will not go near a cave.
No spelunking for you.
No. What's a small thing that made you smile recently?
I got a new Pokemon card that is a Clefairy on a swing. It's from the early 2000s, and it is hideously drawn, and I think it's so beautiful. So I've just been staring at it a lot.
The early 2000s, before Pokemon was like, the look was defined, is a great time. Like Fat Pikachu era.
Let me show you this card.
I know exactly the Pikachu you're talking about.
Aw.
Wow, that's such an idyllic scene.
Right? It's beautiful.
I don't know if I can beat that answer.
Do you want one?
You have two?
No.
Oh.
I bought a first edition, so it was more expensive.
You want this?
You want one? Too bad. Alex, what's made you smile recently?
My oldest son, Andrew, is now... I've introduced him to the Beatles, specifically the Yellow Submarine, the movie Yellow Submarine, and he's obsessed with it right now and is just singing Yellow Submarine songs and Beatles songs and just talking about the Yellow Submarine constantly, and it's awesome. I love it. He can recite the entire plot of the movie by heart now and does frequently. Like I got him a children's book of the movie, and he can't read yet, but he will flip through the pages and just tell you the entire plot of the movie scene by scene, and it's just amazing to behold. I love it.
No, those are two really good answers.
Sweet treats.
Actually, not far from that. We recently got an espresso machine for staff here at the library, and I've been working on my barista skills. And the other day I bought a salted caramel syrup just on a whim because I felt like buying something. And I made the most delicious latte I've ever had, and I made it myself. And it made me very happy that I was able to make myself a treat that was so good.
That's a great skill to have. Not a useless skill at all. A good skill to have.
I have job security. If all else fails, I could work at Starbucks.
They have good health insurance, I'm told.
That's true.
Okay, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, a lot of things pet my peeves, but
What's your biggest pet
my
peeve?
biggest, I don't know. I feel like I have the least patience out of anyone here. Where I go, well, I start off with a boatload, but my having patience to no patience threshold is very small. So I couldn't even tell you.
So
the answer is everything?
The answer is everything.
What is something that somebody does that drains your patience the quickest? Like, what is something that you know, like, why are you doing this so slowly? Or why is this taking so long?
I guess it's when I try to converse with people who don't understand technology and you ask them questions and they answer them like they do know more than you about technology. And it's like, no, please just answer the question because I can't help you if you don't. My dad, who's a software engineer, also does this thing to me where he will ask me a question about something that's occurring on like a website. And I'll be like, well, here's why it's happening. And he'd be like, well, I wouldn't design it this way. It's like, okay, well, okay, I don't know what to tell you then. See, I'm already getting worked up.
You can tell that's a true pet peeve because she is furious.
It is frustrating when you're trying to help somebody and they refuse to like put themselves in a position of ignorance. You know, like they can't give up the facade that they're
afraid
are
to
a
sound like they
competent
don't know
person.
something.
Yeah, exactly. So they'll constantly be challenging you along the way and just adding barriers that are unnecessary.
But also on the flip side, when someone thinks it's cute that they don't know about technology.
Yes. Ignorance is never cute.
So we go back around to everything. Her answer is everything.
Yeah, there's a fine line to walk. There are plenty of people who I help
We're all walking through a minefield around Kristina.
who know, like, oh, I don't really understand this. Can you please help me with it? And there are people who are like, I've never learned how to use a computer, so you will print this tax document for me. And it's like, I would have printed it if you just said, hey, I need this tax document. Like, we can take it down a notch.
I can't disagree with you.
No.
Tori, what's your biggest pet peeve?
Mine is feeling like I am not listened to. And I think that a lot of my behaviors that I need to work on are in response to feeling like I'm not being listened to. Like, if I'm talking and someone's not looking at me, or they ask a follow-up question that is something that I said, which happens a lot.
Or if you ask a follow-up question in the middle of the story.
Mm-hmm. And I just haven't gotten to it yet. Just the feeling that what I'm saying is not important, and so whoever I'm talking to is not does not feel it's worthwhile to hear it, feels frustrating for me. So I feel like I'm always fighting to make sure that people are listening to me. And frequently they are. I'm on a podcast, so like, I need to not worry about it so much, but it does make me feel very frustrated if I feel like I'm not being heard.
And what's your biggest pet peeve? I feel like I've triggered you in that exact pet peeve many, many times, and I apologize.
Not naming names. This is the Airing Grievances podcast, though.
I do it by...
No, that's the final episode.
By making comments in the middle of stories all the time. Then I'm not done. I'm like, oh. And then if you listen to the rest of the story, Tori always answers your question in the story.
Almost immediately, usually.
Yeah.
My biggest pet peeve?
Tell us.
I get irrationally upset when I go grocery shopping and people leave their shopping carts in parking spaces without returning them to the corral. It drives me insane. And one of these days I will snap, and you'll see me on Newsday.
Hurling
the shopping
Hurling it.
A lot. It's so obnoxious.
It's so obnoxious. Go walk 5 feet to the corral, please. It drives me insane. It blocks spots. Just because it's not moving once you leave doesn't mean it's going to stay there forever. The wind will eventually carry it, and it will hit somebody else's car. I used to work in a lot that was shared with a grocery store, and for whatever reason, the parking lot was like leveled at like a 1 degree slant. I think for like drainage purposes. Maybe they all are. Probably all parking lots are leveled at like some degrees for drainage purposes. All day I'd be looking out the window and watching carts just gaining momentum, picking up speed, and just smashing into the sides of cars, leaving dents. And it happened to my cars many times until I learned to not park on that side at the bottom of the hill. Yeah, exactly. Put your carts back, people.
Especially don't put them in the handicap spots. Mm-hmm. There's only a few of them, and usually those are right next to the corral. Just walk. Or ask somebody else, do you need a cart? Anything except leave it in the space. There's, in Port Jeff, there's a meat farms where people will put the carts up on the curb. That's a little bit better.
I mean, it's 1 degree better than just leaving it exposed to be wheeled around to the chaos of the winds. All right. Good question. Thank you for asking that question, whoever asked that. I'm glad I got that
Everyone's
out.
upset now.
Yeah. Okay, only a couple of questions left. If you could swap lives with any one person for a day, who would it be?
Alex.
We were
You'd
kind of hanging
swap
out
with Alex?
No.
I'm the host now. And we're doing musicals again. No, what was your episode?
Muppets.
No, that was your pet peeve. I already wasn't listening
wow,
to you.
It happened already.
If I could swap lives with any one person, so we were hanging out at Patron Services the other day, and I was kind of going through the questions and asking to the staff.
Shout out to Maria. This is her question.
Yes.
She wanted to know everyone's thoughts.
And I gave my initial answer, and everyone thought it was too boring. My initial answer was the president, and I'd make some changes. But my more fun answer is I'd swap with somebody on the International Space Station, an astronaut.
When they were trapped up there?
Yes. It's only for a day.
That's crazy.
Oh, true.
I've already decided if we have to go into space because the world is ending, you just have to leave me here. You can't stick me in a spaceship. I won't do it.
You won't do it?
I won't do it.
We could trank you.
I read a book about a female astronaut, a science fiction book about a female astronaut, and she's like a pilot. And I don't know, something about her like shuttling people back and forth to the moon. I was just like, couldn't be me.
What if they put you in one of those cryo chambers?
No, just leave me here.
Okay.
I'll burn.
I'll take the slow heat death.
That's a good answer. I don't have... When Maria asked me this, I couldn't think of anything. And she said that I have to give an answer.
You're so content with your life.
It's not that I'm content. It's that I don't want to experience the inconveniences of others. Because my own are enough. Because, like, an astronaut, that's a hard job. So it's one day, but then you have to, like, do that job for a day.
No, I don't.
So
What are they going to do? Fire me? I won't be you tomorrow.
Can they fire you if you're stuck in space?
Exactly. I'm in control now.
But the consequences could be dire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not up there tomorrow, am I?
Wow.
They could be dire today, though.
Right.
Just going to look out the window for 24 hours.
That's fair. What about you?
Maria also asked me this question, and I said my cat. He's got the life. He doesn't have to work. He doesn't do anything. He gets pet. He sleeps. Somebody just gives him food, and then if he doesn't want it, he gets more. He gets treats all day. He does get an inhaler, but like, I think I could do an inhaler for one day to lounge around the house.
Good answer.
You know what? Okay. I would switch places with a Rockette.
Interesting.
Because I wish that I could dance to that level. And so it would be fun.
And to be tall.
And to be tall.
Yeah, I thought about that too. It'd be interesting to be like, not a Rockette, but...
You thought about being
yeah.
Rockette?
Well, how great it would be to be tall.
Just like with the experience of like being on like a Broadway stage.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you would...
Yeah, nothing where I'm the star. Nothing that's like high stakes. But I could do a
You want to be like a tree in the background of a
I have done
Broadway
that.
play.
So then I could just swap with myself.
We had to do a play at like my kindergarten graduation, and I had to be the horse's butt. When we rehearsed, I was the horse's middle.
You got demoted.
I got demoted to the horse's butt.
Is a 3-person horse?
Yeah, well, there weren't enough parts for all of the kids.
A 6-legged horse and stayed.
They weren't in a costume
no one
or
has
anything.
questions.
we weren't in costumes. We held balloons.
The middle of the horse?
Yes, all 3 parts of the horse had a balloon, a white balloon.
It's a very interpretive play.
Then we were in kindergarten.
Can I change my answer earlier? I would like to go back in time and see this play.
I thought you were going to say the front of the horse.
No.
Stagecoach Elementary, 1995.
I need the context of the show.
Is this our last? Are we at the last question already?
No.
Oh no, because
There's
this
a
is the last one I have. All right. Well, I'm going to ask the next question. One food for the rest of your life. What are you choosing?
Pancakes.
I have a good pancake recipe that I'll share off
It has
air.
to be gluten-free.
Never mind.
The pancakes, like in this question, the food, like it's pancakes. You could eat pancakes with jam, with butter, with whipped, like, does it include all of that?
I'll allow it. Yeah.
It's highly customizable.
Wow.
You could say pasta. That's
Well, I'm going to say pasta,
anything.
but I'm going to say mac and cheese.
Nice. Well, you're going to narrow yourself? You could have just said pasta and included mac and cheese in
No,
it.
mac and cheese is my favorite food. I could eat it forever.
Okay. My answer, it's not my favorite food, but if I'm going to be eating this for the rest of my life, I'm choosing pizza for exactly that reason, variety.
You guys are cowards. Pizza and pancakes could be anything.
Exactly.
Mac and cheese is a true one food.
I mean, if I said sushi, which is closer to my favorite food, I feel like
That's a lot
I'd
of
get
variety.
sick of it. I can't eat sushi for breakfast and...
Why not?
Why not? Like rice and eggs. Pancakes is my favorite food.
There's egg sushi.
I've never heard of egg sushi. Egg sushi is a real thing? Like cooked eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw some at the revolving sushi place, and it looked disgusting 'cause it was like a slab of
It's like a rolled omelet.
egg. Yeah.
I'm sticking with pizza.
Pancakes is my favorite food. I'm not picking it because it's highly customizable. It would just be pancakes with butter and syrup.
That's the last of the questions I have. What are your secret questions that you've been keeping from me?
Why'd you do it?
We're going to answer that one? Is it a table question?
I plead the fifth. I have a question that I think we had wanted somebody to submit, but nobody did. What is our favorite moment from a podcast that didn't make it into a final episode?
Boy, I'm going to let you answer this one.
Well, because we have the same answer.
Yeah. I'm going to let, because I don't know how
How
to
do I
answer it
explain it?
diplomatically.
we had a moment in a recent podcast, we recorded what books we were looking forward to, where somebody was reading the description of the book in such a serious way, and the topic was so extreme that we all laughed for a very long time, but it sounded inappropriate because of what the topic was. It was Kelsey Grammer's autobiography, because that is still in the episode, I think. Just the laughing is cut out.
Yeah, there was probably a 20-minute laugh break that we had to cut out.
And it just kept escalating.
It's like one of those you had to be there moments where the person that we're referring to was reading a very dry description of
upsetting
a
events.
series of tragic events, and the delivery of it was
It was absurd.
It was absurd, and then when Tori and I made eye contact, it just
fell apart.
Everything fell apart.
And then she laughed, and it was a very funny moment, but didn't need to be in the episode.
No, that's my favorite moment, probably.
Kristina, is that also your favorite?
No, I wasn't there for that. My favorite is when like the fire alarm went off and while we were taping, recording, whatever. Don't show my age. And so we couldn't actually record anything, and I went on a rant about how all football teams use the same colors and they're cowards for it.
I do remember that. I don't remember where we settled on it, but
everyone who likes or knows about sports argues with me where they're like, well, the Chiefs are scarlet and the 49ers are rouge. And it's like, those are both red. You can call them whatever you want. They're both red. And all of their colors are red, white, and gold. Stop being cowards. I want pink uniforms.
I don't know what to tell you.
So that's been our 100th episode of
the Giants and
podcast. Hope you enjoyed.
All right, we need to land this plane. How are we going to do this?
Just go for it.
Well, those are the questions that you have put to us, listeners. Thank you, all of you who submitted, and keep them coming. Like I said, if you have a topic that you'd like discussed, send it to me, alex@savolibrary.org. Don't forget to like us.
Smash the
subscribe button. Give us a 5-star rating. And if you do all of those things, maybe we'll keep going another 100 episodes. It's a lot of fun. I'd love to keep doing this.
The next 100 are all Q&As.
So thank you both for agreeing to be on the podcast, even when I know I have to probably twist your arm a little bit to get you to come on. But I think we have fun. And we'll do a Muppet episode and maybe a Kingdom Hearts episode.
Oh, maybe.
It's what the people want to hear.
Listeners, we'll catch you next time between the shelves.